Hopefully you guys are enjoying the day off. I just wanted to go over the Works Cited page with you, and since we were going to do that in class today and your essay is due tomorrow, quick things to remember is the Works Cited page is the last page of your essay. It does not count towards the page length requirement. It should be double spaced, it should be organized alphabetically, and it shouldn't have anything on there that doesn't come in your essay as an in-text citation. So if you remember what we did in class, we had a little handout that went over the Works Cited page. Let's go take a look at that right now. So this was the handout I'd given you. It has these little boxes on one side, and on the other side it's got things of how to do in-text citations. If you pull this handout out, it should be in your binder underneath the writing section, and then you take a look at it. What you'll find is that a lot of the works cited information that we need is going to be listed here. So let's scroll down all the way to where it says magazine or newspaper article, since most of your sources come from a newspaper article or a magazine article. And you're going to see in this box here all the information that you need. So you're going to need to find out the author, the title of the article, the publication's website name. This part is basically the name of the magazine, like New York Times or Wall Street Journal. This part is kind of tricky, publisher or sponsor of the website. So let's go take a look and see if we can figure that part out. Alright, so to figure out the publisher versus the website's name or the newspaper's name can be a bit tricky. Let's take a look at one of these sources here. So if you're on our website where I have everything listed as far as all your sources, go ahead and click on one. I'll choose one from the MBA, and I'll choose this one, European Expansion. Click on it, opens up, and right away we'll see a lot of information. So here, this is going to be the website name, right? Los Angeles Times. And if I scroll down towards the bottom, all the way, I should be able to find out the publisher's information. Often it's listed out here. Sometimes it's not. So here you notice that there is no publisher information listed. The way to find out when that happens is click on Los Angeles Times and go to the main page again. Scroll all the way down towards the bottom, and here you'll see there's new information, and it says right here, Tribune newspaper website. So the publisher here we know is Tribune. Let's see what this would look like if we were trying to put this into our works cited source. Okay, so now I want to take this article that we just looked at, the European expansion is on the table for the MBA, and put it into my works cited page. Remember, what you want to do is look at your works cited handout and see what information you need. In this Word document, I've already gone ahead and copied it. And so, starting off, I need the author's last name first. Notice how there's a comma here, and notice how there's a period. All the punctuation you need is very important in a works cited page, and you just basically fill it in like a puzzle piece, okay? So we've got the author's name here, we've got the title in quotes, and notice how I capitalize all the major words. Smaller words like on, the, for don't need to be capitalized, but also notice it ends with a period and a quotation mark. The article was published in the Los Angeles Times, so I have that here. Notice how it's in italics and there's a period at the end. That's the publication website's name. Remember, for this one, when we're looking at it, all the way at the bottom, we couldn't find a publisher. And so what you have to do sometimes, you've got to go to the main homepage of the newspaper. You can go on it just by clicking on it. We go all the way to the bottom again. And most newspapers on their main homepage will tell you who the publisher is. Sometimes the publisher is the same, sometimes it's different. Here we know it's a Tribune newspaper, so that's the publisher, and here we put Tribune. Okay, so publisher or website's name. Notice there needs to be a comma. I made a mistake here, and it's that easy to do that. So delete the period, put a comma, and then it tells you the date, and the date starts with the day of the month, then the month abbreviated to 3 letters, and then you put a period to notate that it abbreviated it, and after that you've got the date. Period again. The medium of publication is web. Remember, anything that you look online is going to be web. And then the last bit is the data access, the date you looked at it. Since I looked at it today, I put down today's date as 17th of March 2014. And again, there's a period at the end. Now, one thing is not correct on this. You need to do what's called a hanging indent. That means that this bottom line here needs to be indented a little bit. The way to do that very easily is highlight the whole thing, right-click, and you're going to get this menu in Microsoft Word. Then you want to go to Paragraph. After you get to Paragraph, you want to look at this area here that says Special. When you click on Special, there's a thing called Hanging Indent. Okay, everything on your Works Cited page should be done by that. And just leave the default settings, click OK, and you notice what happens here is this got moved in just a little bit. And the reason for that is when I'm looking at your Works Cited page, I want to be able to find that first line, the author's name, and we're good to go. The other thing is this should be double spaced, so the way to do that, you can do it in a couple different ways, but I normally just go here and then I double space that. Okay. Also, this I just put here as a reference so that you could see, but on a Works Cited page, we would delete that. That wouldn't be there. And this is how your entry would look. Let's do one more that might not have an author. I'll try to find one where there is no author, and we'll try to do that one together. For some articles, you won't have an author, and you'll be able to tell that pretty quickly by either using this website, and you'll see the author here, CNN Wire, or some of the articles you find. To find out how to do a citation for it, click on the article. If it is one of the lucky ones which goes to opposing viewpoints, the citation's already done for you. You can scroll all the way to the bottom, only for the opposing viewpoints articles, and the MLA citations at the bottom. You want to just copy it, and you want to paste it into your Works Cited page. When you paste it, what's important to do is notice it doesn't match the font. There's this little box that comes up. You want to left click on it, and you want to do match destination formatting. That'll automatically fix it so it's in the right font. But the main difference when you don't have an author is you just skip this field. So everything else is the same. You just start off with the article title, and then you still want to alphabetize it. So since U comes after B, it comes below here. And that's really all there is you need to do for when you're missing an author.